Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Katherine and today I have a planning video for you guys. So I'm not going to be planning my languages, I am going to be planning my backpacking trip around south of Europe and the Balkans, and I am so excited. It is currently May 12th, but you will probably see this video around the beginning of July when I actually have things booked, because I don't know if I want to film a video and post a video and then not go anywhere if the plans change drastically. And so yeah, I really would love to spend around 4 to 5 weeks in Europe. I am going to be visiting my bestie, my roommate that I lived with in Lithuania. I can't wait. We haven't seen each other in more than 3 years, and I'm just so excited, and that is part of the reason why I'm actually doing this trip. And so yeah, my vacation, my summer holidays are 7 weeks this year, because I already took 1 week off when I was in Greece. And so I have 7 weeks, but the problem with it is that my dad also has a vacation in July and he really wants to visit his mom, so my grandma, and other relatives who live in Belarus. So the first week of my vacation might be a trip to Belarus, and then I might go somewhere with my aunt and uncle, or just my aunt, and it might be a trip to Montenegro in the middle of August. It might be a trip to Spain or Italy at the end of August. So I really don't know. And so this video is kind of like the first draft. I will obviously get somewhere with this video and plan a little bit and get the idea of how much I want to will be able to spend, and how much days I will spend in each country, and where I want to go. And yeah, I will just share it all with you guys. So grab a cup of coffee or any other beverage of your choice and let's get started, because this video is probably gonna be way too long. One thing I want to mention before we actually get into planning is that I would love to spend around 1,000 to 1,400, 500 euros. Not more than that. That would be that's way too much. But yeah, I will be staying in the cheapest hostels. I will be eating food from grocery store. I will be cooking for myself and just going out and eating something local and not expensive, because that can get very pricey. And yes, I know that Europe in summer is not the cheapest destination. It's definitely costly and it can add up pretty quickly. However, with me being a kindergarten teacher and with me being able to, the best time of year for kindergarten teachers and for other teachers in general to take off is actually summer. That's the vacation season. And so I would much rather go to Italy, where it's costly, and I know it's going to be ridiculously hot in south of Europe in summer, but I would much rather go somewhere and see the world and suffer a little bit. I know it just sounds funny that suffer through heat, but I would much rather go and see things than just spend 7 weeks at home and not see anything, because last year was just, it was horrible. I was at home, I didn't go anywhere thanks to Rona, and so this summer I am actually making the step and going. I am normally not this organized, and yes, I love planning, but I've never used calendars to plan my backpacking trips because I was never limited in time. But now I have a specific date when I need to be back, when I need to be at work, and maybe if there is another trip in August with my relatives, there is also a specific date that we are going to be going. And so I think having a calendar is actually very helpful to see how many days you can spend in each destination and how many nights and when you need to leave. And yeah, it's just a nice visual thing to have. Alright, so I have my notebook as well as a calendar, and yeah, let's see what countries I want to visit. So I would ideally love to fly into Budapest, Hungary, go on a day trip to Bratislava, then Ljubljana, and go down to Croatia, possibly Montenegro, Albania, North Macedonia, Serbia, and Romania. I did some research and I think that my day trip to Bratislava might be a mistake. I really wanted to travel from Budapest up to Bratislava, spend the day in Bratislava because I've heard nothing but great things about it, and then go by night bus to Ljubljana. However, checking prices, I don't think it's actually worth it, and it's actually pretty expensive. So a bus from Budapest to Bratislava is 12 euros, which is okay, but then a bus from Bratislava to Ljubljana is like 45 to 65 euros, which I think is way too much for just spending one day in Bratislava. So I might just change that and scratch that off and hope to go to Bratislava when I actually plan a trip to Slovakia, because Slovakia is so beautiful and I've never been, and I am just like so excited. So during this backpacking trip I will go from 7 to 9 countries, and I've only been in one of them. I've been in Croatia in 2018 and I absolutely loved it, and I want to enjoy a lot more and explore a lot more. And I've also technically been to Slovenia, but we were just driving by, so I don't think we even stopped out of the bus to take a rest. I think it was just like driving past from Austria to Croatia, and so I don't count that. Right, so let's look at my calendar. So my vacation starts on 11th of July, and I think this would be the best thing to go to Budapest, because I think there are flights on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I can't go on Friday since it's my last day of work, so I will just like mark Riga to Budapest. And then one other thing that I know is that here I need to be back at work, so I can't come back on this date. And then one other thing that I know is about when I need to be in Albania. So basically I need to be in Albania this week. So I think this entire week plus the 8th, at least this, is going to be Albania, maybe even from 31st. Because I am going to be attending my friend's cousin's wedding, so it's on the 7th, so I'll definitely like be there on 7th and 8th. And yeah, that's like this entire week we will be traveling, maybe even this day, because I don't really know, but yeah, we can figure this out later. But yeah, this is Albania. So I can take my notebook now and write down that I will be in Albania from 7 to 9 days. And then I think the flight from Riga to Budapest is at the evening, so I will definitely spend 2 nights there. So I might go from Budapest, leave Budapest and go to like Ljubljana. And then spend like the evening there, and then like spend 2 nights there, at least 2 nights there, I don't know. And also I want to go and spend at least around 7 days in Croatia, maybe 7 days in Croatia, and then like 4 to 5 days in Montenegro, and around 7 days in Romania, not Montenegro, North Macedonia, 7 days in Romania, around 3 days in Serbia, and then yeah, like 2 days here. That's gonna be like 2 days, like 2 nights, 2 days. And in Ljubljana, I would love to see Ljubljana and some other places, so that's like also 2 nights, which is around 3 days. And then if I go to Montenegro, like maybe other 5 to 6 days in Montenegro. Right, so I wrote down approximately which days I want to be in which country, but I think this one seriously was like a first draft, because other than the dates that I will be flying out and the dates that I need to be in Albania, nothing is really set yet, because I wanted to spend around a week in Albania, but now it's like, yeah, it is almost like a week in Albania, but then it only leaves me with 3 days in Romania if I don't go to Montenegro after Croatia. So yeah, my like original plan was actually to go down from Croatia to Montenegro, then Albania, and then go up to North Macedonia, Skopje, Serbia, and Romania after Albania. So I really don't know. I am really seriously just stuck, and I will need another calendar to like figure it out a little bit more. Right, so let's talk about day trips that I want to take. So if I fly into Budapest and then follow my original plan and go to Slovenia, I would love to visit Lake Bled. You have probably seen Lake Bled. It's with the island that has church, so we need to write that down. And then I really wanted to go from Ljubljana to Pula in Istria in Croatia. However, it's like a hassle to get down here, and then from Pula to go down to Split is like another hassle. You either have to take a bus with a billion stops, or you need to take a ferry that stops in Zadar and then you go to Split. But Zadar is kind of similar to Split, so I want to choose one of them. But in Croatia, I will probably go to Zagreb, and from Split, there are actually a few day trips that I want to take. I really would love to go to Krka National Park. Let's see where it is. It's not far from Split, actually. It's really not that far. So you can definitely take a day trip there. So I actually was in Croatia around here where the star is. So I always star the places that I go to. And we lived in Okrugoni, and we could take a tour to Krka National Park, but we didn't. We chose a day off. And yeah, you can see that it's really not far from Split. So I definitely want to go there this time around. And then there's actually a bunch of different islands. There is Brač Island, and then there is Hvar Island. I know there are public ferries, but then you can also take a tour, which is like 5-island tour. But I don't know if that's exactly the one that I will be taking, or I will just go with the public ferry. I'll probably do the cheapest option. So yeah, there are like the Makarska. I don't know if I will be visiting Makarska. I would love to. And so down, if I end up going to Montenegro, there is a Durmitor National Park that I would love to visit. I absolutely love nature, so it's definitely a must for me, and I will be spending money going to those national parks on day trips, either by public bus or taking a tour, because I don't have a car and I don't have license, so I can't really, go there. And yeah, like Kotor and all of these places. And then moving down to Albania, I would absolutely love going hiking in Albanian mountains in Valbena and Thet region, but I don't think that's actually gonna be possible. So I will probably just do the Komani Lake. I would love to go to Komani Lake in Albania, and then other towns in Albania as well. But then moving up to North Macedonia, whereas North Macedonia is here, I really want to stay in Ohrid for a couple days, but then also I want to visit the Matka Canyon in North Macedonia. That is near Skopje. I know that. So that is a day trip there. And then past Kosovo, probably not gonna go to Kosovo this time. In Serbia, there is a Tara National Park, which I would also love to visit. And then also there is this place, but you can only go there either by tour, I think, or then you can, or by your own car. I mean, this is just such a beautiful place. And then Romania. In Romania, I would love to go to this at least a couple, like a couple castles in Transylvanian region, Cluj, around Bucharest. There is Brasso Castle. I just did a little bit of a research. I wrote down all of my destinations and the prices, and together with my flights to south of Europe and back from south of Europe would be around 400 euros, which is kind of a little bit too much. And honestly, I am now reconsidering my trip to Serbia because that is a lot of money as well. So my trip from Skopje to Belgrade would be 27 euros. It would be a night bus. However, I'm only planning on staying in Serbia for like 4 days, and the flights from Belgrade to Bucharest would also be like 60 euros. So that's almost 100 euros for just 4 days. And I don't know if I will be doing that. So that's a huge question mark. So I might just go from Skopje right to Bucharest, and let me quickly check how much would that be, because I actually didn't check that. So, oh, and by the way, to research this, I am using a website, and there's also an app called Rome to Rio. It's really great. It shows you all of routes and all possibilities that you can take. And then I also used a website called Flixbus. Flixbus is a European bus company that runs all around Europe. And so yeah, right now I just opened Rome to Rio, and I just want to see if there are any options, if it's like cheaper. The best way to get from Skopje to Bucharest is to bus, which takes 11 hours and costs 30 to 45 euros. So that is cheaper than 80 euros. So we need to check this out. And it's via Sofia actually. So I might add Sofia in Bulgaria instead of Skopje. And yes, I have been to Bulgaria, but we were on a sunny beach on the like the coastline of Black Sea, and I've never been to Sofia, and Sofia also looks cool. So that might be my best options. Really, I think that I have come to some conclusions as to what my trip is actually going to cost and how much days I want to spend where, and the places that just don't work out for me at the moment, like Bratislava and Serbia. and I've researched places that I absolutely want to see. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat interesting and maybe helpful in planning your trip. So yeah, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!